Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the First Unitarian Society of Milwaukee's online worship service. I'm Reverend Kimberly Tomchek Carlson, and it is my honor to serve as the Minister of Religious Education. We welcome people of all genders, sexualities, ages, races, ethnicities, histories, and bodies. We welcome your mind, your heart, and your spirit. We welcome all you are carrying with you today and all your heart longs to set down. I welcome you to our worship service by inviting you to repeat our mission after me. We gather to nurture the spirit, engage the mind, and inspire action. Let's now go to our beloved sanctuary to light our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. The word credo is Latin for I believe. A credo is a short statement of one's beliefs and values. Today, we have the privilege of hearing the credo statements from some of our high school graduates, sharing who they are and what they believe. In our Unitarian Universalist faith tradition, there is no statement of belief that we ask all of our members to speak out loud. The faithful do not need to declare a belief in a certain deity to join or be a part of our church. We do not ask our children to memorize a prescribed creed or conform to an orthodoxy. Instead, we ask them to do something I believe is more challenging. We ask our young people to use their reason, their intellect and mind, heart and soul, to reflect and engage with life's most challenging questions. What gives your life meaning and purpose? Who are you? What do you value most in your life? What do you believe to be true in this world? To whom and what are you responsible? Even though Unitarian Universalism is a creedless faith, there are requirements that we live by the standards we set for ourselves. Unitarian Universalists believe in more than one thing. We think for ourselves and reflect together about the important questions. Though credos will change and grow as we grow and change, it is our hope that this process will help these young people to be true to themselves and live with a sense of integrity as they bridge into adulthood.
Good morning. My name is Isabella Lozier, and I'm a senior at Shorewood High School. Unitarian Universalism goes back 4 generations in my family, from my mother, grandparents, and great-grandparents. I have lots of interests. I'm a runner, soccer player, singer, violinist, and I enjoy studying science. I'm a multifaceted person. I value that trait in myself and others. People should be allowed and encouraged to explore different parts of themselves. People can have more than one identity. Even though I played soccer and took violin and ballet lessons as a child, I still thought I could only be either an artist or an athlete, not both. I compared myself to the people around me. Seeing my friends invest fully in soccer alone led me to assume I was less skilled than them because I also pursued the arts. What I realized was that I love all of the activities I do, and I commit fully to each one. This realization happened gradually, but was helped by the positive reinforcement I received from others, and the feeling of accomplishment I had in multiple areas. As I've grown older, I've learned that I am a unique tangle of musical and athletic, thoughtful and competitive, and energetic and relaxed. My artistic and athletic sides exist in harmony within me. In the same way that there are numerous parts that contribute to me as a whole, Other people are also made up of a multitude of identities. I believe in respecting everyone's identity and supporting myself and others to be fully themselves. Attending church as a child, I learned about the first UU principle, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. This principle shaped my belief in respecting others' identities while also accepting and exploring my own. I also believe in listening and learning from others. The knowledge and understanding gained from listening to other people's viewpoints is immense. I strive to listen to everyone around me and their individual viewpoints in an attempt to soak up knowledge and unique perspectives. I learn something new every day from my family, teachers, and peers. I believe in science. Science explains what happens in the world and how natural processes occur. It relies on thoughtful inquiry through the scientific process, in which the review and agreement from one's peers is not merely suggested, but required. As I've moved through my life, science has always appealed to me because of its predictability and applicability. I believe that our purpose in life is to find our passions and pursue them to the level we desire. My passion for life comes from sports, music, family, friends, and learning. In leaving high school and my home, I am committed to pursuing these areas and tapping into the knowledge and experiences of my peers and professors. I am grateful for the unique perspective each member of my family has and their support and love for me and who I am. I'm also thankful for the friends I have made and the ones I have grown apart from throughout my time growing up, as they have all taught me about myself and broadened my perspective. Every sports coach and music teacher has helped me to improve and gain awareness of my weaknesses while pushing me to be the best version of myself. My upbringing and the people around me have shaped me into the unique, thoughtful, powerful, caring, and loving person that I am today. This fall, I will be attending Amherst College in Massachusetts, where I will be studying biology and running cross country and track and field. I'm excited to continue to pursue my many areas of interest and hopefully pick up a few more. With all of your support, I am ready. Thank you.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole.
Hello everybody, my name's Toad. Some of you probably know me as something else, but Toad is just fine. I'm 18 years old and I'm currently finishing my senior year at Rufus King IB. I'm a member of both the Latinos Unidos and GSA clubs at school, and despite my grades, I do enjoy it and my kin community. As for church, I've been a part of the First Church community since I was 3 years old. I should clarify something though. Despite being here for so long, I'm not sure that I'd consider myself a Unitarian. It's not that I'm not a UU, but it's not like that's why I came to church every week. I really just came to hang out with some friends for an hour every weekend, not because I was particularly interested in the church part. My mom was already driving, so I might as well hop in the car. Even with me not considering myself to be a Unitarian, there are still some UU principles that are part of how I think of things now. One of the things we learned early on in RE is that there are many different religions, beliefs, ideas of God, what God means, what life means, etc. And it also made me realize that it's okay to be unsure. I remember in 4th or 5th grade, I was talking to some friends about religion. This was before I knew the term agnostic, but I definitely knew I wasn't in agreement with either the religious or atheist sides of it. Though my friends argued that I had to be an atheist since I wasn't into the whole God thing, I remember thinking about it for a while and reminding myself that not knowing was fine too. Another example comes from one of my favorite poets, Walt Whitman. Although he was a Quaker, he's commonly thought of as having had many UU beliefs and ideas in his works. One quote comes from the work, "We Too, How Long We've Been Fooled," and it is as follows. "We are nature. Long have we been absent, but now we return. We become plants, trunks, foliage, roots, bark. We are bedded in the ground." Like Whitman, I believe that we'll all someday become the soil we've walked on. Although I'm not a believer in a traditional afterlife like heaven or hell, I think it's comforting to think that my body will become a part of the earth someday, and that my loved ones will too. It all goes back to the idea that energy can be neither created nor destroyed, just changed from one form to the other. Though I think our energy is repurposed, I don't think there's some grand plan that we're all part of, where the universe and fate are pulling the strings. I don't think everything happens for a reason. I guess I don't think anything really happens for a reason, it just does. And something about that is reassuring. There's not necessarily any rhyme or reason to things. We can never be sure what's coming next, and that uncertainty could be a reminder to make the most of our time. As for me, I choose to spend my time surrounding myself with friends and family, as well as participating in larger communities I care about. I want to continue working with Latin and queer spaces, as well as become more involved within the Milwaukee socialist and communist scene. In terms of what in particular I'll be doing after graduation, I'm not sure. I'm kind of still figuring out what I want to do, so please don't ask about it because that's really all there is to it. I want to focus on enjoying things a little bit before becoming a cog in the capitalist machine, and thankfully because of First Church, I know that that uncertainty is okay. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Gus Pointer-Mace. I've been coming to First Church since 7th grade, and I've been a youth representative on multiple boards and projects for the church. Outside of this building, you might have seen me roller skating through the 3rd Ward in Bayview. I also sew historically inspired clothing, and I think that cheap Bic pens are the best medium for illustration. My sense of the sacred has changed a lot this year. I've sat with the ending of a chapter of my life as I move past high school and I get ready to go to college at Vassar in the Northeast, and I've had to work hard for meaningful rest and creative fulfillment. Among these, though, a truly wonderful biology class has dramatically shifted my connection to myself and my faith. I mean this in the traditional sense, a class filled with wonder. There are so many intricate processes that allow me to even breathe, for the proteins which make up my cells to remain intact. Every single cell in my body, so small that I wouldn't be able to see it with the naked eye, has around 6 feet of DNA coiled inside it. The way that these cells change to fulfill different functions is by how much of that is exposed, as opposed to wrapped around a microscopically small histone. This is the only thing keeping us from growing fingernails in our livers. The fact that life exists and continues for as long as it does is absolutely a miracle. And there are so many different types of life on this earth. There is a view of science and scientists very similar to the poem I Saw the Learned Astronomer by Walt Whitman, that one can only see the beauty of the natural world if untainted by learning its intricacies. Many of Walt Whitman's poems about nature fill me with a deep thankfulness for existence, but this one does not. Whitman posits that a man who has learned too much is unable to see the beauty of the night sky. I find the opposite is true. The more I learn about the world around me, the more I am amazed and stunned by its beauty. The small parts of life are feeling much more sacred than the large, grand acts. I've absolutely delighted in small talk this year, getting better about complaining about the weather and the changing desk arrangements. After spending quite a lot of time eating lunch in the library as a pretty isolated freshman wanting very badly to be a part of a group, but not sure how to expand that social circle, it's exciting to develop these skills around interaction and move through awkward moments instead of avoiding any situation where they could happen. The fact that I can speak at all, that a movement of the tongue and voice box can vibrate the air in a way which delivers information to another person, is miraculous. Making the most of this miracle has allowed me to make more connections with my peers in this past year than in the previous 3 combined. This exploration of the sacred in small spaces, my morning coffee's steam patterns, my slightly better typing skills, the mere idea of the placebo effect, allows me to find faith that I will be able to sustain my sacred spaces as my daily routines dramatically change. When I leave Milwaukee in a couple months, I will carry with me the impacts and ideas of my congregation and our faith's principles. The circles of people that surround me have shown me wonderful ways of interacting with the world, along with methods to make sense of it. I feel sure I will be able to grow where I am planted and handle the struggles and beauty in the rest of my life's journey. Thank you.
Thank you for spending this time with us, sharing with one another what we find precious and good in this world strengthens our connection with one another and our commitment to serve the greater good. I hope you were nourished by the time together. May you be strong, be well, be true, and be loving. Blessed be.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah.